Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we delve into the fascinating history of the Persian Empire, tracing its roots and the rise of the Achaemenid dynasty. We'll explore how the empire came into being and the key figures that shaped its early years. The story begins in the ancient Iranian plateau, where the Achaemenids emerged, possibly as early as the 9th century BC. Achaemenes, the founder of the dynasty, established the state of Parsumash in southwest Iran. His legacy was carried on by his successors, including Tispes, who expanded the kingdom to include Pars proper, with his notable title, King of Anshan. By 600 BC, Cyrus I succeeded his father, Cambyses I, ruling until 559 BC. This laid the foundation for Cyrus II, famously known as Cyrus the Great. We'll uncover the intriguing inscriptions and historical accounts that shed light on the early rulers and their connection to the Achaemenid lineage. Join us as we unravel the historical tapestry of the Persian Empire and examine the early days that set the stage for one of the most significant civilizations in ancient history. Let's dive into this captivating journey through time. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our historical explorations. Now, let's delve into the annals of history. Early life. Born in the year 599 BC to Cambyses I, the king of Anshan, and Mandane, daughter of Astyages, the king of Media, Cyrus the Great's early years were marked by a heritage rich in regal lineage. His father Cambyses I, grandfather Cyrus I, and great-grandfather Tispes were all kings before him. In matters of the heart, Cyrus married Cassandane, an Achaemenian, and the daughter of Pharnaspes. Their love was profound, and their union blessed them with 2 sons, Cambyses II and Bardia, as well as 3 daughters, Atossa, Artistone, and Roxane. The bond they shared was deep and genuine. When Cassandane passed away, Cyrus was inconsolable, mourning her loss publicly throughout the kingdom. Following his father Cambyses I's passing, Cyrus ascended to the Persian throne at Pasargadae, a vassal state of Astyages, the king of Media. Interestingly, historical accounts suggest that Cyrus was originally named Agridates by his step-parents. However, upon reuniting with his biological family, in line with naming customs, Cyrus's father, Cambyses I, named him Cyrus, likely in homage to his grandfather, Cyrus I. There's also an account by Strabo, a Greek historian, suggesting that Agridates adopted the name Cyrus, inspired by the Cyrus River near Pasargadae. This glimpse into Cyrus the Great's early life sets the stage for the extraordinary tale of his reign and the empire he would go on to build. Join us as we further explore the life and legacy of this legendary figure. If you're captivated by historical narratives and ancient civilizations, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's embark on this enlightening journey into the annals of history, mythology. In the colorful tapestry of Cyrus the Great's early life, Herodotus, the ancient Greek historian, weaves a fascinating mythological account. Astyages, the king of Media and Cyrus's grandfather, was troubled by prophetic dreams foretelling a rebellion by his future grandson. In these dreams, a flood and a series of fruit-bearing vines emerged from his daughter Mandane's pelvis, symbolizing a threat to his rule. Astyages, fearing the prophecy, ordered the death of Mandane's unborn child, who would later be known as Cyrus. General Harpagus was given this grim task, but he chose to spare the infant, entrusting him to the care of Mithridates, a shepherd in Astyages' service. Mithridates raised Cyrus while passing off another stillborn child as the deceased prince. Living in secrecy, Cyrus's true identity remained hidden until a childhood incident at the age of 10. During a game, Cyrus, displaying an unusual sense of authority, ordered the son of a nobleman to be beaten. Astyages, surprised by the shepherd boy's audacity, summoned him to court. Upon discovering the truth from the shepherd and realizing his mistake, Astyages sent Cyrus back to his biological parents in Persia. The intricacies of these myths shed light on the intriguing circumstances of Cyrus the Great's upbringing and the extraordinary destiny that awaited him. Join us as we continue to delve into the life and legend of this remarkable historical figure. If you're captivated by mythical tales and ancient chronicles, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's venture deeper into the annals of history. Rise and military campaigns. Following the death of his father in 559 BC, Cyrus the Great ascended to the throne, yet he was not yet an independent ruler. He continued to acknowledge Median overlordship and inheritance from his predecessors. Astyages, Cyrus's grandfather and the last king of the Median Empire, held dominion over a significant portion of the ancient Near East, extending from the Lydian frontier in the west to the Parthians and Persians in the east. In a decisive turn of events, Astyages launched an assault against Cyrus, who was titled King of Ansan. Historian Herodotus recounted that Astyages appointed Harpagus to lead the Median army against Cyrus. However, in a dramatic twist, Harpagus chose to side with Cyrus, defecting along with nobility and a faction of the army. This mutiny, validated by the Nabonidus Chronicle, ignited a revolt that endured for years, culminating in the capture of Ecbatana. Cyrus's victory led to the capture of his grandfather, Astyages. In an effort to stabilize his reign and consolidate power, Cyrus spared Astyages' life and took his daughter Amytis as his wife. This strategic marriage helped pacify various vassal states, including the Bactrians, Parthians, and Saka. Additionally, Cyrus's military campaigns from 546 to 539 BC further expanded the empire, incorporating Sogdia into its folds. With Astyages dethroned, all of his vassals, including many of Cyrus's relatives, came under his dominion. Cyrus united the twin Achaemenid kingdoms of Parsa and Anshan into Persia proper, seamlessly transitioning power within the family. His uncle Arsames, the former king of Parsa, now assumed a role under Cyrus's authority. Cyrus's conquest of Media marked the beginning of an era of conquests and campaigns that would shape the course of history. Join us as we delve deeper into the annals of Cyrus the Great's reign and unravel the tapestry of his empire's expansion. If you're captivated by historical narratives and the rise of ancient empires, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's journey further into the past. Lydian Empire and Asia Minor. In the period between Cyrus's overthrow of the Median kingdom in 550 BC and his conquest of Babylon in 539 BC, another pivotal event transpired: the conquest of Lydia, a kingdom in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. The exact dates of this conquest remain uncertain, but it undoubtedly occurred within this time frame. Cyrus's campaign began with the Lydian attack on Pteria, a city in Cappadocia under the Achaemenid Empire. Croesus, the Lydian king, laid siege to Pteria, capturing and enslaving its inhabitants. In response, Cyrus encouraged the Ionian citizens, part of the Lydian kingdom, to revolt against their ruler. The ensuing Battle of Pteria ended in a stalemate, prompting Croesus to retreat to his capital Sardis. In a strategic move, Cyrus pursued Croesus into Lydian territory and laid siege to Sardis. Employing an innovative tactic of placing dromedaries in front of his warriors to frighten the Lydian horses, Cyrus achieved victory at the Battle of Thymbra. Croesus was captured, and the Lydian kingdom was annexed by Persia in 546 BC. Contrary accounts suggest Cyrus spared Croesus's life, retaining him as an advisor, although interpretations from the Nabonidus Chronicle propose otherwise. The conquest of Lydia marked a significant milestone in Cyrus's expansion of the Achaemenid Empire. Subsequently, Cyrus continued his conquests, incorporating Commagene into Persia in 546 BCE, followed by further campaigns in Asia Minor. One notable event was the uprising led by a Lydian named Pactyas, who rebelled against Persian rule. Cyrus, with his keen understanding of psychology and governance, sent Mazares, a commander, to quell the insurrection by turning the Lydian people's minds towards luxury. Though the ultimate fate of Pactyas remains unclear, Mazares successfully subdued the revolt and continued the conquest of Asia Minor. After Mazares' passing during his campaign in Ionia, Cyrus entrusted Harpagus to complete the conquest of Asia Minor. Harpagus employed innovative techniques like building earthworks to breach besieged city walls. He conquered Lycia, Aeolia, and Caria, achieving a significant expansion of the Achaemenid Empire by 542 BC. These conquests were a testament to Cyrus the Great's military prowess and strategic brilliance, solidifying the Achaemenid Empire's reign and setting the stage for even greater conquests in the near future. Join us as we unravel the details of these remarkable conquests and the empire's evolution under Cyrus's rule. Eastern campaigns. However, Cyrus's relentless campaigns were temporarily interrupted by unrest in Babylon. He returned to camp near Babylon, emphasizing his astute strategic focus and ability to manage vast expanses of the empire. This interruption showcased Cyrus's commitment to maintaining stability within the empire while actively expanding its boundaries. These military forays and triumphs underscored Cyrus the Great's prowess as a conqueror and a unifier, shaping the Achaemenid Empire into a formidable force to be reckoned with on the ancient world stage. Join us as we uncover more about these epic campaigns and the indelible mark left by Cyrus the Great on the ancient world. If you're fascinated by tales of ancient conquests and the rise of empires, ensure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's continue our exploration of history. Neo-Babylonian Empire. In the year 540 BC, Cyrus the Great achieved a monumental victory by capturing Elam, specifically its capital, Susa. The conflict likely began in the winter of 540 BC, evidenced by Nabonidus's preparations to safeguard the cult statues in Babylon. Subsequently, Cyrus engaged in a pivotal battle at Opis on the Tigris, followed by the seizure of Sippar and the strategic riverside city of Opis. Babylonian resistance was minimal, paving the way for Cyrus's swift advance. On approximately October 12, 539 BC, Gubaru's troops entered Babylon, facilitated by a strategic diversion of the Euphrates River. Nabonidus, the reigning Babylonian king, retreated to Borsippa, but eventually surrendered to Cyrus. Cyrus himself entered Babylon on October 29th, marking a momentous turn in the course of ancient history. The Neo-Babylonian Empire, before its fall to Cyrus, had expanded its dominion over various kingdoms, including Syria, Judea, and Arabia Petraea. After the conquest of Babylon, Cyrus absorbed these territories and proclaimed himself King of Babylon, King of Sumer and Akkad, King of the Four Corners of the World, in the renowned Cyrus Cylinder. This inscription not only denounces Nabonidus, but also highlights Cyrus's efforts to improve the lives of Babylonia's citizens, restore temples, and repatriate displaced peoples. Cyrus the Great's dominions formed the largest empire the world had ever witnessed up to that point. At the pinnacle of his rule, the Achaemenid Empire stretched from Asia Minor in the west to the Indus River in the east. The indelible mark of Cyrus the Great's reign echoes through the annals of history, forever shaping the world as we know it. Death. The accounts surrounding the death of Cyrus the Great vary, offering glimpses into the ancient world's enigmatic nature. One of the most detailed accounts comes from Herodotus, recounting a fierce battle between Cyrus and the Massagetae, a formidable Iranian tribal confederation from the southern deserts of Khwarezm and Kizilkum. This battle was incited by Cyrus's attempt to conquer their territory based on advice from Croesus. In a fateful clash, Cyrus faced the forces of Tomyris, the empress of the Massagetae. Despite initial victories, Cyrus's army suffered a significant defeat, leading to his demise. Queen Tomyris, fueled by vengeance for the death of her son, personally led a second wave of troops. In the fierce battle that ensued, Cyrus the Great met his end. Tomyris ordered his decapitation and symbolically dipped his head in blood, exacting her revenge. However, there are multiple versions of Cyrus's death, with some scholars questioning the accuracy of Herodotus's account due to its reliance on second-hand information. The vivid descriptions and narratives surrounding Cyrus's demise paint a complex picture of the ancient world where conquests and battles were part of the fabric of life. Different perspectives and interpretations add layers of mystery to Cyrus the Great's legacy and the circumstances of his passing. Burial. Cyrus the Great's legacy endured beyond his life, notably marked by the preservation of his final resting place. Believed to have been interred in his capital city of Pasargadae, Cyrus's tomb stands as a testament to his enduring influence. The limestone tomb, constructed around 540–530 BC, has weathered the sands of time and remains intact, offering a glimpse into the past. Descriptions from ancient Roman and Greek accounts vividly depict the tomb's geometric and aesthetic features. The tomb maintains its original structure, characterized by a large quadrangular stone at the base, giving rise to a pyramidal succession of smaller rectangular stones. An edifice with an arched roof, a golden coffin, and ornate furnishings once cradled Cyrus's mortal remains. Intricately designed tapestry and drapes adorned the tomb's interior, reflecting the finest Babylonian and Median craftsmanship. The tomb was situated in the lush Pasargadae gardens, protected by a group of Achaemenian guardians known as the Magi. Throughout history, the tomb faced various challenges, including the looting and damage inflicted during Alexander the Great's invasion of Persia. Despite the upheavals the tomb has endured, surviving invasions, internal divisions, and regime changes, its resilience is a testament to the enduring legacy of Cyrus the Great. The United Nations, recognizing its historical and cultural significance, has designated the tomb of Cyrus the Great and Pasargadae as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today, visitors can explore this ancient relic and pay homage to one of history's most influential figures. Legacy. Cyrus the Great's profound impact on the course of world history continues to be celebrated and admired today. British historian Charles Freeman highlighted the breadth of Cyrus's achievements, ranking them even above those of Alexander the Great, who later dismantled the Achaemenid Empire but struggled to establish a stable alternative. Across generations and cultures, Cyrus the Great has been a source of inspiration. Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States, revered Cyrus, as did Mohammad Reza Pahlavi and David Ben-Gurion. Iranians too hold Cyrus in high regard, hailing him as the Father, a title bestowed upon him during his lifetime by the many nations he conquered. His treatment of subjects reflected a benevolent ruler, earning him the moniker Father. The Babylonians saw Cyrus as the liberator, freeing them from the rule of Nabonidus, who had committed sacrilege. Cyrus's influence stretched beyond his lifetime. His political infrastructure allowed the Achaemenid Empire to endure, shaping history for generations. Cyrus's reign marked the rise of Persia, influencing philosophy, literature, and religion for centuries. Despite the Islamic conquest of Persia in the 7th century AD, Persia's influence endured, profoundly impacting the Middle East during the Islamic Golden Age. Dynasties succeeding the Achaemenid Empire claimed the legacy of Cyrus. Alexander the Great, infatuated with Cyrus, decorated the interior of Cyrus's tomb during his visit to Pasargadae, showcasing his admiration. Even in the distant corners of the world, like Iceland and colonial America, Cyrus's legacy was recognized. Thinkers and rulers throughout history sought inspiration from him, and his influence extended to the drafting of the United States Declaration of Independence by Thomas Jefferson. Cyrus the Great became a mythic figure among the Persian people, epitomizing the qualities expected of a ruler in antiquity. His legacy transcends time and continues to shape our understanding of leadership and governance. Religion and philosophy. While Cyrus the Great's influence on the ancient world is undeniably remarkable, specific details about his religious practices remain elusive. Historian Pierre Bryant aptly pointed out the lack of clear evidence to reconstruct Cyrus's religious beliefs. Some believe Zarathustra's teachings might have influenced Cyrus, but the absence of definitive proof makes it reckless to assert a particular religious affiliation. Cyrus the Great displayed an exceptional attitude of religious tolerance throughout his vast empire. He extended a general policy of respect towards various religions, a departure from earlier conquerors. Babylonian texts and Jewish sources, along with historians' accounts, shed light on his treatment of minority religions. Whether this was a new approach or a continuation of existing Babylonian and Assyrian policies is a subject of scholarly debate. Cyrus's treatment of the Jews, particularly during their exile in Babylon after the destruction of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar II, is well documented in the Bible. The Jewish Bible acknowledges Cyrus's role in facilitating the return of exiles to the Promised Land and rebuilding the Temple in Jerusalem. Cyrus's benevolence earned him the reverence of the Jewish community, and he is even referred to as a Messiah in the book of Isaiah. This compassionate approach extended beyond the Jewish community to diverse populations within his empire. However, his historical decree allowing the Jews to return and rebuild the temple has faced some skepticism. Some scholars argue that while there might not have been a specific decree, Cyrus's policies permitted exiles to return and rebuild their homelands and temples, a process that likely unfolded over years with a gradual population return. In the annals of history, Cyrus the Great's legacy endures as a symbol of tolerance and enlightened governance. His influence on the course of world history, religious tolerance, and his impact on governance and leadership continue to resonate through the ages. Politics and management. Cyrus the Great, founder of the mighty Achaemenid Empire, orchestrated a multi-state dominion with strategic centers in Pasargadae, Babylon, Susa, and Ecbatana. He devised an administrative structure based on regional autonomy, introducing the satrapy system. Each satrapy, an administrative unit usually organized geographically, had a satrap, a vassal king who governed the region, along with a general overseeing military matters and a state secretary maintaining official records. These officials reported both to the satrap and the central government, ensuring effective governance and control. During his reign, Cyrus deftly maintained dominion over an expansive region by utilizing tribute and conscripts from the varied territories under his rule. He further organized the conquered territories into provinces ruled by satraps, a practice perpetuated and refined by his successor Darius the Great. At the core of Cyrus's military might was an organized army, including the famed Immortals, a formidable unit consisting of 10,000 highly trained soldiers. Additionally, he introduced an innovative postal system marked by a network of relay stations known as Chapar Khana. Cyrus's conquests heralded a new era in empire building, uniting diverse countries, races, religions, and languages under a centralized administration. This model endured for centuries, embraced by subsequent ruling dynasties like the Seleucids, Parthians, and Sasanians. Renowned for his innovative building projects, Cyrus melded the technologies and architectural styles of conquered cultures, advancing them in the construction of the magnificent palaces of Pasargadae. His profound love for gardens is evident in the extensive Pasargadae Persian garden, an astonishing blend of grandeur and natural beauty. Notably, his four-quartered wall gardens of Paradisia featured an elaborate irrigation system nurturing a plethora of flora, serving as a timeless model for ancient and modern parks. Cyrus's legacy extended beyond the confines of his reign. Even during tumultuous times, as depicted in Sir Thomas Browne's discourse, The Garden of Cyrus, Cyrus was celebrated as an archetype of a wise ruler. The golden eagle mounted upon a lofty shaft, symbolizing his might and leadership, remained the official banner of the Achaemenids, a testament to his enduring influence. Cyrus Cylinder. One of the few surviving sources from Cyrus the Great's time is the remarkable Cyrus cylinder, an ancient artifact crafted in the form of a clay cylinder and adorned with Akkadian cuneiform. This invaluable relic was placed in the foundations of the Esagila, the Temple of Marduk in Babylon, following the Persian conquest in 539 BC. In a fortuitous discovery in 1879, the cylinder was unearthed and is now safeguarded in the British Museum in London. The inscribed text on the cylinder paints a vivid picture of the time, denouncing the deposed Babylonian king Nabonidus as impious and presenting Cyrus as a ruler who found favor with the chief god Marduk. It chronicles Cyrus's efforts to better the lives of the Babylonian citizens, repatriate displaced individuals, and restore temples and cult sanctuaries. While not explicitly stated in the text, scholars interpret the repatriation of the Jews from their Babylonian captivity as part of this broader policy. In the 1970s, the Shah of Iran adopted the Cyrus cylinder as a potent political symbol, utilizing it prominently in celebrations commemorating 2,500 years of Iranian monarchy. The Shah asserted that the cylinder represented the first human rights charter in history. However, some critics have challenged this view as anachronistic, noting that the modern concept of human rights would have been foreign to Cyrus's contemporaries and is not explicitly referenced in the ancient text. Despite the scholarly debate, the Cyrus cylinder has become an integral part of Iran's cultural identity. Recognizing its historical and cultural significance, the United Nations declared the Cyrus cylinder an ancient declaration of human rights in 1971. This designation was made possible when the then Secretary General, Sithu Uthant, was presented with a replica of the cylinder by the sister of the Shah of Iran. The British Museum, which houses the original cylinder, regards it as an instrument of ancient Mesopotamian propaganda, highlighting a tradition where kings initiated their reigns with declarations of reforms, a practice dating back to the 3rd millennium BC. Neil MacGregor, the director of the British Museum, described the cylinder as a groundbreaking testament to the early attempts at running a society with diverse nationalities and faiths, a pioneering form of ancient statecraft. While the concept of modern human rights was absent in the ancient world, the Cyrus cylinder has, over time, come to embody the aspirations and hopes of many. Titled Cyrus the Great bore an array of prestigious titles that reflected the vast extent and diversity of his empire. His regal titles in full included the Great King, King of Persia, King of Anshan, King of Media, King of Babylon, King of Sumer and Akkad, and King of the Four Corners of the World. These titles showcase the expanse and influence of his reign over a vast territory, encompassing different cultures, regions, and nations. Notably, historical records, including the Nabonidus Chronicle, document the evolution of Cyrus's regal titles. Initially referred to as King of Anshan, Cyrus's title transitioned to King of Persia during critical junctures in his campaigns. The shift in title from King of Anshan to King of Persia marked a significant political change, specifically associated with the pivotal events when he faced Astyages and when he set forth on his conquest of Lydia. This alteration in title underscored a transformative phase in his rise to power and the establishment of the Persian Empire. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. If you enjoyed exploring the past with us, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. Your support fuels our passion for history and allows us to keep sharing intriguing stories. Don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Hit the bell icon to stay updated. Feel free to share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Keep delving into the past, discovering its secrets, and together let's make history come alive.